Hey, what's up, YouTube gaming family? It is K right here, back at it with another video for y'all today. I wanted to make this, little video to kind of chat about some stuff within the gaming community, but also give you some League of Legends content. Um, I don't really like doing a lot of commentary, so personally with me, I like to keep things pretty non-commentary, simply because I don't really go out of like my way to like talk a lot, but I do like playing a lot of games where I can give you guys, you know, like how should I say, as much good content as possible, and just have fun with it. So yeah, I would say as far as like for today's topic, I was going to probably say how should I say? Oh wait, hold on. Give me one. All right, I'm back. So yeah, back to what I was trying to say is that for today's topic, I wanted to talk about probably my thoughts on MK1 with everything that's been going on lately. And then I'll probably talk about some other stuff with League of Legends with SoloQ and what I've been doing lately. So yeah, here's the thing. As far as Mortal Kombat 1, I pretty much given my whole thoughts on it. I will say, however, in terms of like where things are going, um, I have to say that the meta is like really bad. I've had a lot of issues in terms of how things have been, prioritized with, characters like Sector, Cyrex. I probably should say, that the broken characters that most people don't really like. Um, in terms of like where things are going with like the game, I would say that like the game has kind of like watered down a lot because like to my experience, I will say that I'm seeing a lot of people taking advantage of like the meta and just basically utilizing they're utilizing it for their own benefit. And I just think in terms of where MK is going, I think MK is heading into a pretty bad direction. Now, things can very well change, but what I would like to see for this game is that um, definitely there needs to be a lot of nerfing for a lot of characters like Homelander, definitely, Cyrax, maybe nerf Sector like a little bit. She doesn't really seem to be like a massive threat, but definitely probably nerf like her like flamethrower like ability. But other than that, like everything's pretty solid. It's just that the problem with this game is just like I don't know what else to really play viable into my hardest level matchups. And for me personally, I run Baraka Sector because I just find it to be like the easiest, team per se to actually just, like enjoy like myself and have fun. But what a lot of people like to complain about, as of recently, is just mainly to do with how the game is being operating under. I would probably just say like people just spamming like the meta slave teams, like I would say Kenshi Sub Zero or Kenshi Striker or Sindel Tremor. Like people like Biensil and all those other guys just doing crazy ass teams that don't even like showcase like your true skill. But I will say, like, if there's like no counterplay to go up against, like the broken team comps, then I don't think that's really like a fair idea to have Mortal Kombat be on a professional stage if it's ever going to be competed for. So I would say, if anything, the game definitely needs a lot of heavy nerfing. Uh, Now in terms of other characters that definitely need to get nerfed. Definitely Natara, she needs to get nerfed. I don't care what anybody says. She is just a broken, unnecessary character on the roster that was never broken to begin with at all. From the earlier Mortal Kombat games, and I just think like in terms of where she's at, it's like she's like the only character within the franchise series where she's actually like viable to be broken. And I don't know if that's just like something that NRS wanted to do because she never had any like how should I say, she never had like a place in Mortal Kombat to be broken. But the truth about the matter is like if she was supposed to be a character to be a very broken, character, then I would say, Natara should have never been at this level of Mortal Kombat because she was never to be like known as like a super duper threat. Because like but the Mortal Kombat player base is like really biased and very stupid. So I will say like a lot of people are just kind of like so happy that she came back, but like they wanted her to just be mega broken to let the point where she doesn't need to be criticized for her gameplay. And all these players are just sitting here complaining to say like, oh, she's not that good, she's not that good, but then like how should I say, like once like a couple patches started to come through where she was being broken to to be quote unquote buffed, she was being broken with Ferritor, she was being broken with Chameleon at at one point. Yeah, like honestly, she does not need to be buffed whatsoever. And I could say the same thing about Havoc because Havoc, he's just so busted to the point where you need to just basically perma spam everything, out of out of your kit in order to like barely beat Havoc. And I find that to be very pathetic because it's like honestly to me like Havoc was never like a problem at all. And Havoc was never to be needed to be buffed. People like to say like, "Oh, his armor wake ups were not that good." Blah blah blah. Most people didn't really play Havoc smart, and the thing is that if Havoc isn't to be a good character, then there should have been certain skills being put in place where he wasn't supposed to be in that position, to be viable. So, if anything, it just shows like Havoc, he was never supposed to be in that position to be, a buffed character. And I just think like NRS did them like NRS did themselves a really bad disservice for the game by making Havoc broken because Havoc never needed the buffs at all. And Havoc players, they're just celebrating, having like their 15 minutes of fame being like, oh, check out this new team with Havoc Scorpion, with Havoc's new buffs, or Havoc Shijinko, or Havoc Sector. Like, any single cameo you think of, Havoc is broken with because he can be viable now with with his new combo, his his overbuff armored launcher wake up that is basically unguardable, where he's able to just perma spam that, and for some weird odd reason they're just somehow able to be like super duper broken. And I just find that to be insane because it's like how is Havoc a character that is mostly just known for just like combo mix-ups, which most of his movesets have been primarily focused on just doing a lot of wake up attacks, but most of his moves were basically primarily set up to be combo combo wombo level based like level based punishes. And what I mean by that is like he was never broken to begin with. It's just that most people didn't care to actually learn how to play play Havoc, so Havoc was just broken once you knew how to play him. Now, once other cameos like Movado came into the game, and I would say Scorpion's new buff came in, like Havoc was super duper busted, and the reason why was simply because Havoc, he had all the tools in his kit to make everything safe, and he didn't need to think twice about using any bar because you didn't have to use anything to make Havoc like like a viable in a like 1v1 combo like a situation. Now what is very problematic is that Havoc players are now able to basically spam everything off of a wake up to be basically guaranteed like a punishable. And what gives Havoc his ultimate overpowered like abilities is simply due to him having ultimate pressure. Now what that means for Havoc is that Havoc he now has everything to abuse his skills at a much more brain dead level of play. And what that means is that he doesn't have to utilize anything to make himself a like a I should say he doesn't have to utilize any crazy level like moves in order to force any potential mistakes for him to get whiff punish. So with Havoc, he has so much in his kit now with his new buffs to make everything punishable, on block, and he has plus frames with his combos where he could basically mix up anything that he wants. And then when you add all the broken cameos like Movado, or if you want to use Scorpion, or you want to use anything to that level, um, it gives Havoc so much so much more versatility where he's able to do whatever he wants to do, and that basically makes him ultimately broken. Like like it's the same thing with Homelander, where Homelander he's now able to just 50-50 combo reset you with Farah, and Farah is somehow able to give Homelander everything that he needs to be safe, and he doesn't need to go through any potential punishes to make himself vulnerable to any combo with punish delay wake ups. So basically, what I mean is if he's able to find a command grab to value what he's good at doing, that will give Homelander everything that you need to basically make everything safe on block. You don't have to really use any bar. It's the same thing with Omni-Man, where Omni-Man players just basically command grab, air combo every single time, and then they also use that crazy DBZ. How should I say? They use that crazy DBZ Ultra Instinct, Goku ability where he's not able to get hit, after a certain amount of time, and if he's able to Ultra Instinct teleport right to you to utilize any combos, that gives him ultimate pressure for him to just basically do whatever he wants. And then that somehow gives him, a 100% guaranteed, 35 to 40, to 42% combo where he's able to just perma spam everything. And for me, I have to use characters like Baraka in order to barely win. Well, I want to say barely win because Baraka, he's actually very powerful, so I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I don't just play Baraka because I because I want to play Brain Dead. I play Baraka because I just want to get the rewards for Combat League. So I don't just do it just to play like a dog. I do play other characters. I play Shao Kahn. I'm starting to play Shao Kahn and Sub-Zero, which I'm going to get more gameplay out for that. But I just haven't been able to make any content for it. So I will just say, for me, I will be using other characters. In terms of other characters, I should say, other characters that I want to see nerfed, I need to see, Scorpion nerfed. As much as I love playing Scorpion, he is a very fun character. Don't get it twisted. It's just that I think NRS decided to buff him way too much, and I think the reason for it was just simply because they're just giving him way too much shine in his, abilities to be such a great character. And I just think in terms of the spear, I get it that the spear is very effective, but shout out to Sikander. I do think, like, if you're going to be using, like the spear to combo, um that spear should probably cost a bar. Now, if you still want to use like the spear to kind of like stat check like somebody um in a like in a 1v1 situation, I think what should end up happening is that the spear should be like a, how should I say, kind of like a damage punish, where it's just there just to catch you, but it doesn't put you in a stun state in order for you to combo, because at least that way that makes Scorpion vulnerable, where you're able to basically just take that one little hit, and then it just like it basically drags you, kind of like down to let the ground. It doesn't give you anything like, you being like, ultra powerful per se, for you to, kind of like put them to let the ground, and then you kind of spam, you spam like pretty much at the movement speed, of what the character, for you to kind of like get closer to them. So therefore, that the frame data is basically favoring your playstyle. So I will say, like, in terms of that, there's probably something that can be done with that, and I like personally, like, I'm totally fine with it. It's just that in terms of where things are going, I would say that that the game should definitely be nerfed for Scorpion. Sadly, because I am a Scorpion main, but I will accept criticism for Scorpion when the criticism is needed for him. But yes, Scorpion definitely needs a nerf, and he's not like a character that is like supremely broken per se. Where, like, how should I say, like, he's a character that shouldn't be so broken. He should be good enough to the point where you're able to win like the hardest level matchups for Scorpion. But the problem is that Scorpion, he just doesn't have the proper identity as a character, where NRS is trying so hard to make his combos just basically basic. And the problem that I've always had with Scorpion is, like, he does like the same combos over and over, and he has no variety with his combos. Every combo is basically started off of the spear and his forward 3-2. That knee, like, is basically hit his like forward knee uppercut, like like a combo where he knees you with his leg, and then he's able to kind of just like like force you into like an aerial base combo, where he knees you and then he uppercuts you, like he does that twice, and then he juggles you up inside of the air, and then he's able to kind of use his bars for his aerial spear, where he's able to combo at least a good like 42% or higher, to which that is very fair, and that's good, because at least that way you're not able to go like supremely crazy with Scorpion. The good thing is that with his teleport, the teleport is good enough to let the point where if you want to combo using the teleport, you have to use bar. So I like that. That's a good idea. Um, Now, in terms of other moves like Scorpion's like his back two, I think that's like where he uses like the spear to try to hook onto like your legs, and then he like teleports with it. I do think that definitely needs to get nerfed. Um, I would say Scorpion also needs a nerf on his uh I don't even know like what else to really do, but I probably say maybe nerf like the twisted Kaio move, where he doesn't get like all this like pressure scaling off of it. I would like to see Scorpion get how should I say, I want him to get like whiff punish off of any of his like combo based moves, where if he's trying to like spam like the same combo over and over, you should be able to like combo parry off of it. And I was like trying to think of this, but I would like to say that the combo system in Mortal Kombat needs to have like a parry system, and I think the parry system definitely needs it definitely needs, like, a lot of work. And I think if that parry system was to be a thing for Mortal Kombat, I think that's a good idea. I think Mortal Kombat definitely deserves something like that. It would be a good idea to see it, and I think that's something that the game should have, because in Mortal Kombat Deception, you were able to combo parry, and the combo parry system was good enough to at the point where it gave you variety, but it was pretty much fair enough where you weren't able to just perma spam combos. You had a choice to make a decision to spam combos, but you were going to get whiff punish if the person timed it right away. And that was known in, well, that was used in Mortal Kombat Armageddon too, and I believe Deadly Alliance as well. So I want to see the combo parry system come back. I think the combo parry system should be another defensive base level mechanic that should be used on top of what the breaker system, because I do like the breaker system. And I was gonna say, like, I might be a little bit greedy here, but I also want to see I want to see like another, how should I say, I want to see let the breaker system cost 2 bars instead of 3. Because if you do think about it, if I have to waste 1 bar just to build that back up to 3 bars, that means that I am taking a risk with my character to get like, how should I say, with punish a lot faster. So that makes me more vulnerable to a potential, you know, how should I say, to a potential failure within the match where I'm putting myself in a much worse position. So I don't have everything to my, like, expenditure to make myself a threat for the fight. Versus in other games like Mortal Kombat X or Mortal Kombat 9, you didn't have to worry about this particular issue, because the system was basically designed in a way where if you try spamming a certain combo, you're going to get a good amount of damage, but the breaker system was good enough for you to get off of a combo. But what they should have fixed was that you shouldn't be perma spammed into into the corner where the enemy or the enemy opponent was able to just get instant pressure off of you, making themselves a ultimate threat within the fight. And then that's what made certain characters very broken, like Reptile, Ermac, Liu Kang. I mean, I could just keep going on and on about certain characters, that I play, but yeah, it's crazy that you know things like that ever get that bad, because it's just like you know stuff like that is very terrible and toxic for the game, which I don't like to see. Now, in terms of what I would fix, I would definitely fix the how should I say, I would definitely fix a lot of the characters that are super broken with damage. There needs to be a lot of nerfing for Kenshi, Sindel, um, you know, maybe Liu Kang. I don't think Liu Kang needs much of anything nerfed, but nerf Havoc. You know what? Like, I'll throw in Baraka because people like to complain about him. I'll be fair. So nerf Baraka, Sindel, nerf Kenshi, nerf piece of crap Natara, nerf Kung Lao. Kung Lao is just broken for no reason. I don't understand why Kung Lao is so broken, but it's like he does not deserve anything in this game, and I'm just like sitting here like, why is he given all this broken BS for him to just perma spam combos, and he's able to have everything he's able to have everything punishable, without any consequences. So basically, he has all of his combos safe, off of a reaction, and he's able to just do whatever he wants. So, yeah, get him out of here. Nerf Movado, nerf Homelander, And then after that, that should be good. Also, yeah, also nerf Omni Man too. Omni Man's horrible. Yeah, screw that piece of crap character. But yeah, like honestly, there's so much to be fixed with this game, but I think that the game is in like a really good spot. I was gonna say for some buffs that I really like to see in this game is that I want to see Noob Saibot buffed. I think Noob Saibot deserves a lot of buffs in this game. I really want to see, uh, honestly, in terms of his buffs, I never got too big into detail with it, but I wanted to kind of save it for like a video, but I'll just kind of say it right here, and then I'll make like another video for it in the future to just talk about what I want to see buffed. So I want to see noobs, basically startup combos, to be faster. I think his shadow just feels a little bit slow. His overhead needs to be a lot faster. His leg sweep should be faster. The portal definitely needs to get buffed where, he has everything going faster. And if the portal hits you when you're not blocking, low and you're just blocking high, that should be unblockable. But on top of that, I want to see Noob's stun cloud ability come back, and the reason why is because in Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat 11, you were pretty powerful with that move, and the reason why that move was very good is simply because the stun cloud ability gave you a lot of, combo 50-50 resets where if the opponent gets hit by it, they're automatically unblockable. So basically everything that you throw at them, they automatically get punished. And I think that's a very, very good move for Noob Saiba because Noob Saiba will be a absolute monster having to be like supremely broken. So I would like to see that buffed. I would also like to see oh man. I also want to see maybe well actually I want to see Embrace Chaos get get buffed. I think Embrace Chaos would be awesome for Noob Saibot to be buffed. It should be like Shao Kahn's dark dark power move or dark dark energy move, where he gets like a damage buff. He also gets faster combos, faster moves. It should it should be used as many times as he wants, but obviously just just have like a good standard cooldown for it. I think that's what Noob needs. Embrace Chaos should not be a one-time only move where if you use it once, then you no longer have like your shadow. Like I found that to be really corny, and I don't think that's a good look for Noob Saiba, especially that you put so much effort into this game for Chaos Reigns to be about Noob Saiba. I don't find that to be effective and really smart for NRS's end to just say that Embrace Chaos can only be used like one time, and I don't think that's really fair. So that move should be like a Shao Kahn dark energy move where he's able to utilize as much abilities as possible, and the dark energy move for Noob Saibot, in the sense of like Shao Kahn being in that same category, is that he'll be a lot more powerful and he will possess more how should I say he'll possess more more threatening you know uh abilities where he can use the stun cloud that comes out faster, so like if it hits you, you're unblockable, but you also get sent to to a portal where everything basically like formulates as like a portal. And then let's just say if he throws out that green energy ball on top of like a stun cloud, you automatically lose health, but you also get exploded. So like he can detonate it, or the bomb detonates it, itself. So in order to counter that, you just have to hit Noob Saibot for the bomb to not hit you. So I would say Embrace Chaos should be just like that. It should be a damage buff. It should be a faster move combo set for the clone. I think that's how it should be. That's something that I would definitely entertain. for Noob, and I think Canoob Saibot needs to he needs that. He needs that to be ultra powerful, and that's what gives him a proper identity to be a ultimate threat. So I would say that definitely needs to get buffed. Um, I would also like to see what's that other move that he has? I want to see like that, that clone, shadow kick, combo coming. He needs like a better meterless, launcher. He needs to be simple. So I would say like he needs like a better combo moveset where, his combos are like a lot easier to open people up. And if he's able to do that, he automatically wins trades a lot easier with Embrace Chaos being a lot more powerful. So I would say Noob Saibot would be a absolute monster if he was given that ability to make himself a threat. So I think Noob Saibot definitely needs something like that, and I think that's something that I would like to see. And I think in terms of what he has, he's a very powerful, character that has a lot of potential. And I think, like for what he has, there's just so much that NRS can do for him. Where he doesn't have to be supremely broken, but he could very well bring a lot of great, threats to the game, and I think that's something that NRS should probably deploy for Noob Saibot, because it's like, this is like your main roster character for the combat pack, and I think, that's what Noob needs. He needs like a character identity that makes him powerful, and he also needs his legacy moves that makes him, a bigger threat for the MK, roster. So therefore, it just gives him more of like a better character, identity. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Noob. Some other buffs that I like to see, I'll probably say Sub Zero, but I'm gonna save him for another character that I'm gonna talk about first, and then I'm gonna go back into Sub Zero. I want to also see ah I want to see Quan Chi get buffed. Quan Chi definitely needs buffs. I think he definitely needs a lot of work with his combos. He needs his like energy, sorcerer balls that he throws at you from up the ground, where he's able to basically launcher you off of them to make himself like a bigger threat. I think that'll make him supremely powerful. So I think that's something that Quan Chi definitely needs for the game. Um, yeah, other than that, he's pretty solid. The armored, the armor portal is actually really powerful for him. That's something that I definitely like to see. Um, well, I don't know, like the armor teleport portal, that that is fine. And what else is good? I also like to see. Let's see. Does he ever? I don't know. He could probably have like the trance like ability come back. That ability is actually pretty powerful. I'm not gonna lie, because if he's able to do that from MK9 days, that gives him a lot more bigger, combo damages, where he's able to kind of like control you, and then he can basically like he can mind control you, but he could also do more combo damage, resets. So I'd like to see that. I would also like to see let the skull ball become kind of like a combo, extender. But I don't know. Let the skull ball, if he needs something to kind of like extend that, I would probably say he just needs to have like a better extension with using let the skull ball to his advantage, and making it more dangerous for him to become like a bigger threat. So I would say that's something that I would like to see for him. But yeah, other than that, he's pretty good. Quan Chi, he has his armored teleport, like his armored portal. So that makes him into like a way bigger threat. He's also able to use that other portal to push you back. I like that. Yeah, I'm sorry, like I just had to focus. But yeah, pretty much Quan Chi, he's in a pretty good spot. Quan Chi is really good. You know, I like everything out of him. So I don't think he needs that much buffing other than probably just give him like a damage buff with his combos and yeah, I think that's pretty much all set for him. So I think everything with that is all good to go. Shang Tsung could probably use some buffs. I know that the cameo move that he has is pretty good. Yeah, that Corky is like a monster. Wow. But yeah, I would say that's pretty much it. Like I think that's good enough. Like Shang Tsung could probably just use a little bit of damage buff with his combos, and when each like when he when he transforms into your character that you use, he should be given damage buff for like I don't know like transforming into the character that he uses, but he would just have to use like a bar in order to make himself powerful. So I think that's pretty good for him. uh Other than that, like I think that's pretty much it. Like I don't really have much of anything for him, so I would say that's pretty much what I would do for him. Now in terms of Sub Zero, uh, what would I do for him? I would give him the Raiden treatment. Raiden is not so great, but make him good enough where he's really broken to the point where he has counterplay, but he's a lot more harder to utilize your combos. I would say my main points of like what I would use for ideas to buff him is that Sub Zero needs to have the ice ball, combo. And what should happen is that if he does a 1-2 combo or a 2-1, that should combo right into the ice ball. Because what that does is that now gives Sub Zero a threatening ability to now combo you with the ice ball. Because in Mortal Kombat 11 or even in MKX, you were able to combo into the you were able to combo into the ice ball. Now, another buff I would do is that you should also have the clone be a combo, extension where you could slide the opponent into the clone. Now, how I would do this is that if you have a clone and you are able to combo the opponent into the clone, how this would work is that if I spend a bar with Sub Zero, which that bar is a slide, basically overhead, well, like it's a slide mix up combo. It basically lifts you up and then it launches you to the other side parallel, well, like opposite. So if Sub Zero has a clone and let's just say it's mid screen, or if I put the clone nearby the opponent, that should automatically freeze the opponent. So therefore the area of effect for that clone is good enough to combo the opponent. So I think NRS should do that. That's a great idea, because using the regular side, I think that should be super duper fast. It's pretty decent with the speed, but it can be way faster because Noob Saibot's slide is way faster than Sub Zero slide. So I think Noob Saibot, he definitely needs that. That would be really good if he had that, for his kit. So I think Noob and Sub Zero are pretty much in two different categorical departments, like depending on where they stand in a combo. Well, like in a fighting situation. Now, Sub Zero slide should also have. Uh, I was gonna say it should be a armored punishable wake up, where if I am being pressured by the opponent, I should be able to wake up attack with the slide, so you can't just perma stun me every single time that I try to do anything with Sub Zero. So I think, like, if I don't need to use armor, I should be able to wake up attack and basically attack you. So I would put that for Sub-Zero. I would also use I would also add another buff for him where he's able to now some other buffs that I would say that he needs like the ice parry. That should have been his move from the Sub-Zero cameo. So what I would do with this ice parry is that the ice parry should be a deflecting projectile move on top of a combo parry move. So what that would be is that if you try to combo Sub-Zero, so like let's just say if you try to get a combo in place, what Sub-Zero can now do is that the parry now freezes you, and he's able to reset you every single time. He's able to use like the back two ability with his skull where he launches you, which that launcher should be super duper fast. It shouldn't be slow. It should be a lot faster on the frames. So I would make the frame data a lot faster. I would also make the parry punishable on wake up. So like if somebody tries to wake up, attack Sub-Zero, that parry hits, any part of your body, and then you get frozen. And also make Ice Clone more punishable. So like if you try to, armor wake up attack, or you do anything like that, you're not able to do that up against Ice Clone. And also if Ice Clone is to be buffed, uh well if Ice Clone is to be, enhanced, what Ice Clone should be is that you should automatically have how should I say it, like a buffed Ice Clone, EX, usage of it should be reworked where there's not just like three clones just being used. It should be like two clones, but it's basically like uh I don't know, like because like from MKX and MK9, the clones should just be a lot more harder. Like there should be like probably two clones. So like if there's one clone, right in front of Sub-Zero, there should be another clone behind him. So like if you try to like armor wake up, then you have like another clone like, right there if you want to break right through it. But I think honestly, that the clone should just be buffed where if you try to armor wake up, you automatically get frozen. And then if I have like another clone that I want to use, if I want to like, EX, clone my Sub-Zero clone, I should be able to use that as like a punish to use that into a command grab throw, and then I freeze you, and then I beat the crap out of you. So I think that's a really good buff for Sub-Zero. He should also have another projectile. He should have a ice axe projectile where he's able to throw the axe into the air, and he's also to throw it, on he should be able to throw it while he's standing up and while he's jumping. So kind of like MK11 Sub Zero, where he's able to throw the axe. It's super fast, and then once he hits you, he's able to like perma stun you. So I think that should be a very good move for Sub Zero to have. And I think yeah, he should be able to combo right into that. I think that's a really good idea. Um, Another thing that I would buff is he needs a better combo, system. Like he needs to have better combo strings. I think he needs he needs like more combos. Maybe give him like a ice sword combo. Maybe give him another meterless launcher to make him more broken, and to make him like a bigger threat. And then also he should probably have the polar that ice polar freeze ability that I showed from Mortal Kombat Defenders of Earth. I think that ability should come back, and also he should have like a running ice, like a like it's basically like a sprinting ice freeze ability where if he runs at you, he can freeze you, and then he could just basically do whatever he wants. So I think he needs something like that, and then the ice parry should be a move where he's able to block projectiles. So that would be a very good move for Sub Zero. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. Like, I would probably also bring back Ice Shower. I think Ice Shower should definitely come back for Sub Zero. Because if you think about it, like the Ice Shower move is actually good enough for him where he's able to use that as a projectile, safe, like a safe move in order to like zone out his opponents. And I would also like to see Deadly Vapors get buffed, where if he freezes you, then Deadly Vapors can also perma-stun you. So if he freezes you with the Ice Shower, he can use Deadly Vapors to add more damage to it. So like if I want to use Deadly Vapors to kind of like perma freeze you again, I can waste a bar for it. But if I'm going to use Deadly Vapors into a combo to like you know to like let's just say perma stun you, I should be able to do that. Like if I do forward 1-2, Deadly Vapors, I can freeze you type combo, because that's going into a combo. But if I want to perma freeze you while using Ice Shower ability, because like let's just say if I'm in like a tight game and then I use Ice Shower and then I freeze you, but then I don't have like enough time to get to you, then I can use Deadly Vapors with one bar, and that makes Sub-Zero really really good. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I pretty much hashed out what I want to see for Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero has a lot of potential in this game, and I think NRS is shooting themselves in the foot, making Sub-Zero not good. So I definitely like to see Sub-Zero buffed a lot, and also make Noob Saibot really good too. I think Noob Saibot, he's gonna get buffed next patch, and then also for the next patch, you know, don't forget like Ghostface is coming back to the game, so I'll be making like a video for Ghostface. I'll be giving my thoughts on him, but I think Ghostface, he's gonna look pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm excited for T1000. I'm excited for a lot of other characters. Kodan, he like you know I think he'll be pretty good. And yeah, I think there's a lot of potential with Mortal Kombat 1. So all right, I will see you guys later. Let me know what you guys think down below. And I got more content coming for you guys, and I got more League of Legends content. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Have a good day. And peace, love, liberty, happiness. All right. Happy gaming, all. I'll see you guys.